Hello and welcome everyone to the Stonery podcast. I am your host Jillian and we are here to talk about some THCA. So I bought a gram of dabs from the plug. It looked like it was probably a resin, but the dabs were called Lost Karen. And they actually surprised me a little bit. They were better than I was expecting coming from the plug, so that's awesome. Where are they based out of? Asheville. The plug is a local to Asheville company, but they are growing. They're scattered about, but who knows what they plan on doing when the THCA ban goes into effect. They do have some bongs and stuff, so maybe they'll lean into the glass side of things. But they have a lot of THCA product that is possibly what's keeping them afloat, but we'll see. The plug has an extremely broken website. It makes me upset. Um, it looks like somebody used a template, did half of a website, and not even half of a website. They like started the first page and then forgot about it and left it published, which is kind of weird. Um, yeah, no, it just is. So there are just like a lot of red flags about this company. Unfortunately, I went there because it was convenient, and the plug is definitely one of those convenience stops. But I'm starting to find and build more dispensaries around me so I don't have to keep doing plug reviews. I actually have a lot of really interesting reviews coming up. I just got to work on the scripts a little bit more for them, so stay tuned for a lot of like quality, top tier cannabis reviews. The plug is definitely a mid tier review. This is your budget friendly place. You know, like if you are down and out, you're broke, you are not feeling like your bills are gonna, like, you're feeling like the freaking war that's going on. You know, fucking gas just went up at over $1 a gallon over like what, 2 days? So we're all just kind of freaking out here. Totally understandable if you're going to shop at one of these cheaper companies. Try and find the right one though. The plug I like for vapes. I like them for disposables. They carry some decent brands. If you look into the brand themselves, like Wildwood, you'll get some good quality concentrates in the vape form, but other than that, haven't had a ton of luck at the plug. I'd love to see them work on their website, but I also understand the ban might be going into effect. So, what is there really to do? I don't know. All depends on how you think of it. It is only March. Hopefully, we will get some support to push the ban farther out so that we can make some regulation in this industry, you know? Like that's what hemp really needs is to be regulated. We need to make sure that the stuff in our vapes are safe. We need to make sure that the brands carrying like pesticides in their vapes aren't being put on shelves. That's huge. I can't imagine people aren't dying from that. We need some good regulation in the hemp industry, I think. All right. Now that I got that out of the way, let's get into the specifics of the dabs. These ones, it was very drippy type of saucy concentrate. I gave it a 2 out of 5 for consistency. I am not a huge fan of that drippy, like nasty, like not nasty. It's just nasty because when you get it on your fingers, you're like, you sticky, and it's gross. So, but I'm not a huge fan. If I like have to use a hot knife, that makes me sad. You know, like it'll get my hot knife itself really dirty, let alone any dab tool that I try to use. It's just a nightmare. I prefer more crumbly. I prefer although I do really like the batters. I've been loving those. So for smell and flavor, I gave this one a 3 out of 5. It was okay. For the high, I gave myself a 4 out of 5. This one actually surprised me with the high and the medicinal properties, which I also gave a 4 out of 5 for medicinal properties because it really helped with my ADHD and my anxiety. This one helped a lot and got me higher than I was expecting it to, so that was really cool. And for this one, I don't have any test results. I don't have any information on the gram. It is just lost Karen from the plug, which it sucks that this one's such a short episode, but here we are. This one came in a little tiny puck, one of those small glass pucks. I mean, they're all small glass pucks, but I don't know how to explain this one as different from the other ones. It's one of the ones that I've seen people use as like a carb cap, which love that. This one, if I remember correctly, was about $30 for the gram. I guarantee you can get a better $30 gram at the Hazy House or any other dispensary. Like, just go somewhere else. But you can get $30 for a gram online shipped to your door. So why was I even bothering? It's nice to have it immediately, but like in reality, I could have bought a ton of cheap weed online and had the same effect. So it gives me like online dispensary vibes, except it doesn't have the online aspect. It is just like barely legal. All right, for this one on the stonery scale, I put it at a dab. And now that's not very high on the list of things on the stonery scale because it just was okay, you know? Was not I'm not running I wasn't running to the plug to buy more. Might be running to Team No Till dabs every time I see those, but that's very different. This is literally not even the same. Like, I would put them in different categories. This is for your stoner who's nitpicky about price. This is for that stoner. Go somewhere other than the plug. Go visit your local dispensaries. Tell me about it so that I can go visit them. Thank you guys for joining me here today. I know this was blah 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 blah. I know this was a short one, but I really appreciate you sticking with the podcast and listening to my episodes and hanging out with me. If you want to hang out with me on Discord, you can. I'm on there semi regularly. I'm at least like 4 times a week in there. And honestly, that's an exaggeration because it's pretty regularly every day. But either way, I'm around. Go hit me up on Instagram, hit me up on Discord, send me an email. Make sure you like and subscribe and follow and all the different things. Go check out my merch and go check out my Patreon. I have both of those. I have an Etsy with my merch on it and hopefully more bong scarves soon. I just ran out of my last batch of bong scarves. So all good things. Have a great day, everyone. Excuse me. I just think cannabis needs to legalize. We just need to put the taxes in place, put everything in place. It'll pay for all the fucking wars you want. Not the answer, but it'll get the government to shut the fuck up and give me cannabis, then I'll be happy. If you're being recommended the plug by your friend, maybe you should check on your friend because there are much better places for you and your friend to go check out.